What you are about to hear is not fiction. A 34-year-old man from rural Ohio sent us this story. He said, "I don't expect you to believe me. I just need someone to know what happened." So Daniel, this one is for you. It was November of 2019. Daniel had just gone through a brutal divorce and needed a fresh start. He found a house for rent on the outskirts of Millfield, Ohio. The rent was shockingly low, $450 a month for a 3-bedroom house with a yard. If you have ever heard that phrase, "If it seems too good to be true, it probably is," Daniel had not learned that lesson yet. He moved in on a Friday. The landlord, an older gentleman named Mr. Hargrove, handed him the keys without even stepping inside. Daniel thought that was strange. He watched the man drive away faster than seemed necessary. The house smelled like old wood and something else, something sweet, sickly sweet, like flowers that had been left to rot. He opened every window, unpacked his boxes, ordered a pizza, and told himself, this place just needs some life in it. He had no idea how wrong he was. Daniel woke up at 3:14 in the morning. No alarm, no sound, no movement. Just that feeling, you know the one. That prickling on the back of your neck. That cold certainty that you are not alone. He lay completely still, staring at the ceiling, barely breathing. And then he heard it. Footsteps, slow, deliberate, coming from the hallway just outside his bedroom door. Daniel was alone in the house. He grabbed his phone, no signal, which was strange because he had full bars when he went to sleep. He grabbed the baseball bat beside his bed and slowly opened the door. The hallway was empty, but on the floor, right in the center, was a child's shoe. Small, red, covered in dried mud. He had never seen it before in his life. He told himself it belonged to a previous tenant, threw it away, and went back to sleep. The next night, the shoe was back. Same spot, same position. He threw it in the outside bin and locked the lid. Third night, it was sitting right beside his bed, inches from where he slept. He called his friend Marcus, told him everything. Marcus laughed, called him stressed, but agreed to come for the weekend. Marcus arrived Saturday afternoon. By Saturday night, he was not laughing anymore. They were sitting in the living room around midnight when the television turned on by itself. Static, white noise, and then, very faintly, the sound of a child humming. Both men sat completely frozen. The humming grew louder, and the temperature dropped so fast they could see their own breath inside the house. Marcus grabbed his keys and left, did not even take his bag. Daniel never blamed him. Daniel spent the next 3 days digging through county records, old newspaper archives, and the local library. What he found, he was not prepared for. In 1987, a family called the Caldwells lived in that house. A mother, a father, and a 7-year-old girl named Emily. One winter night, the father left for work and never came back. The mother stopped leaving the house entirely. Neighbors said she became unstable, isolated, unreachable. 6 months later, a welfare check was called in. Officers found the mother catatonic in the master bedroom. Emily was never found, but in the hallway, officers reported a single child's shoe, small, red, covered in dried mud. Emily Caldwell was declared missing, presumed dead, in 1988. She would have been 34 years old in 2019, the same age as Daniel. That night, Daniel made a decision. He was not going to run. He sat in the center of the living room at exactly 3 in the morning, one candle, complete darkness around him. He spoke out loud. "Emily, I know what happened to you. I am not here to hurt you. I just want you to be at peace." The candle flickered, almost went out completely, and then, in the melting wax pooling on the floor, Daniel watched letters slowly form, one by one. HELPME. His hands were shaking so badly he could barely dial. He called the police, told them everything. The shoe, the records, the wax, the humming. The officer paused and said, "Sir, step outside the house right now." They found her 20 minutes later. In the basement, behind a false wall Daniel had never noticed, was a small, hidden room. Emily Caldwell had never left that house in 1987. Now here is where the story takes a turn that nobody expected. 3 weeks after Daniel moved out, he received a letter in the mail. No return address. His new address was written on the envelope in the handwriting of a child. Inside was a single photograph. It was a photo of Daniel sleeping in his new apartment, taken through his bedroom window at night. On the back of the photo, written in red crayon, were 4 words. "You did not help." Daniel called the detective immediately. They traced the envelope. They checked the handwriting. They reviewed every piece of evidence again. And then the detective called Daniel with news that made his blood run cold. The hidden room in the basement, it had not been sealed from the outside. It had been sealed from the inside. Emily Caldwell had not been trapped in that room. She had been hiding in it. And the question that kept Daniel awake every single night was not what happened to Emily in 1987. It was, where is she now? Because his new apartment is on the 3rd floor. There is no ledge outside his bedroom window, no fire escape, no way for anyone to stand there and take a photograph. Daniel still checks his window every single night before he sleeps, and every single morning he checks the floor beside his bed. Because one morning, 3 months after he moved out, he woke up and found something sitting there. A child's shoe, small, red, covered in dried mud. He has not slept since. If this story gave you chills, you are not alone. Drop your real experience in the comments below. We read every single one. Subscribe and hit that notification bell because we post every single week. Sleep tight.